Hey, welcome back on this Thanksgiving morning. We have winter storm warnings, which will be in effect this evening all the way through Saturday for a long duration lake effect snow event. Now, the counties under warnings, those are the counties that are prone to lake effect snow along the northwest wind belts. If you didn't know, and you live in one of these areas, you're prone to lake effect snow along the northwest wind belts. We talk about that all of the time during winter. Here's what you need to know about this setup and this long duration development for us. Timeline starting this afternoon. It goes all the way into the weekend. What you need to know is we have a couple of disturbances that's going to bring in that cold Arctic air, triggering lake effect snow in the west and the eastern counties. Your hazards will be moderate to heavy intensities of this fluffy snow. It's also going to be combined with some breezy conditions at times. Now, we're not talking strong winds. The gusts is basically ranging 25 to 35. So yes, breezy, but because the intensities will be falling moderate to heavy at times, with any kind of wind gust that forms, that will easily cause limited visibility, poor at times, and maybe even some brief whiteouts. As far as the impacts, accumulating snow, we're going to be shoveling this by the time we're over and done with, if you live in these areas, that is. Roads will be slippery. They will be snowy. A lot of the snow will be accumulating as well. And as I mentioned, with a little bit of a wind gust, we'll have some limited visibility. So be mindful of the time periods you are going to be traveling. This is basically anywhere near Lake Superior for the most part is what you can expect with this setup. Otherwise, hey, if you are in, say, Iron County or Dickinson County, you're missing out on all of this action, and your travel conditions should be just fine and decent. Today, a few inches of snow expected only for Thanksgiving. You can see right around 1 to 3 inches with around 3 to 6 inches in some higher elevation spots, basically by tonight. However, the lake effect snow machine intensifies overnight, and it really amplifies tomorrow on Black Friday, continuing strong into Saturday. So basically by Saturday evening, we're talking about a foot of snow in our higher elevation locations of basically Gogebic County all the way up through the spine of the Keweenaw, the higher elevations of western Marquette County. You know who you are, the Michigamme Highland areas, the Huron Mountain areas, the eastern areas of Baraga County, Alger, northern Schoolcraft, as well as portions of Luce counties. Those are the areas where we're setting up for the northwesterly wind belts for the lake effect snow. Those are the areas that will end up with around a foot of snow, or maybe more than that by the time we end on Sunday. But that one went all the way through Saturday evening. This morning, it's spotty snow showers right now. And then that lake effect snow expected to increase. This is noon today, so if you're doing a little brunch, I think you'll be okay. Those lake effect bands start to increase across the west, and by the evening, this is 7 p.m. You're doing dinner around that time. And the snow's going to pick up outside across the east as well. This is Friday morning, continuing strong in those areas. 3:30 tomorrow afternoon, Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Continuing that way. This is Saturday evening around 8:30. So again, south of Marquette and along the Wisconsin state line, you are in the clear. Gusts ranging 25 to 35 miles per hour. We'll start to notice winds gusts kind of picking up a little bit this evening and then staying breezy overnight, extending into Friday. It's not strong winds, but just enough to make for some hazardous travel conditions once this snow is coming down. This morning, okay for those road conditions. So some slick spots by the evening. We're looking at slippery, snowy roads out there and some poor and limited visibility at times with that breeze developing. Today, we're expecting mid to near upper 20s across the western UP and then around freezing across the eastern counties. About 33 is the normal for this time of year. Our lows dip down into the teens along the Wisconsin state line tonight. Otherwise, most areas will be in the lower 20s. Here's a look at your extended forecast. Basically, lake effect snow every single day into next week for the start of meteorological winter.
Coming up in sports, TV6's Kevin McNulty takes you through the Thanksgiving football.